Okay, here's a few more problems for currency conversion. If you're in my class, you're not getting a hard copy of this, so you need to pause the video right now and you can work out the problems and check them as you go. Danielle's going on holiday for South America. She flies from the US to Argentina, stopping in Peru along the way. Peru, she exchanges $85 for Peruvian Nuevo Sol. The rate right here, so $1 equals 3.25 pen. Always want to get that's your fraction, that's equal to 1. And then there's a flat fee of 5% US dollars of commission that is charged. So calculate the amount of pen she receives. So since they're charging this commission in $5, we need to subtract from the amount that we are converting. So she is not converting $85, she's converting $80 into X here. So it's really 80 times 3.25. 260 pen. At the end of her day, she has 370 pesos. She converts this back to dollars at a bank that charges 4% commission on the exchange. The exchange rate is $1 US is 9.6 ARS. So you're starting to see kind of a pattern in some of these problems. So I always like to get the conversion rate. $1 equals 9.6 ARS. And she has 370 ARS. And we're trying to figure out the number of dollars. But there is a 4% commission on the exchange. And so it doesn't say, it says it at a US bank, so we're gonna charge it at the end. It doesn't really matter either way. So do your conversion. So it's cross multiply here. 370 equals 9.6x. So 370 divided by 9.6. And I'm going to take, since there's a 5% or 4% commission, I'm going to take 96% of that. So it gets 37. So I'm going to show that when I work here that I took 96% of X. In case I do something wrong there. Okay, let's keep going. Second part of this again. I'll show you that answer. Second part of this, pause. Then you can work out the problem. Arthur and Jacob dream of owning a speedboat. Everyone's dream. Just for your information, the best day in the owners, there's two great days in the owner of a speedboat. The day that you buy it and the day that you sell it. You can ask your parents if you don't understand what that means. Money pit. Arthur and Jacob dream of owning a speedboat that costs 35,300 euros. Arthur invested in an account that pays a nominal interest rate. Okay, so I know an annual interest rate here. I know I'm doing a finance question. I'm thinking about that. As soon as I have a finance question, I'm thinking about finding K. So monthly compounding. So K equals 12. So we got the interest rate, we got K. After 18 years, he will have the 35,300 in the account. So the question is, what do they need to figure out? Initial investment. So they're planning ahead. Okay, and so if you're using the formula and not your finance button on your calculator, the future value is 35,300. We're finding the present value. The rate is 3.6. K is 12, so 12 times 100 is 1200. Raised to the 12 times 18. So that's 180 up there. So you can do it this way and divide, but I'm going to do this using my finance app. This is a little more practice. So I know that it's 12 times 18 because it's 18 years, 12 compoundings a year. interest rate 3.6, present value is what we're going to be finding, future value 35,300, compoundings per year 1212, those are always the same. Okay, and so we're finding the present value. In other words, what do I need to start with? So that would be 18,483.03. And the other way to do that, again, is to take 35,300 and divide it by this mess right here. 1 plus 3.6 divided by 1200 raised to the 12 times 18, which is I may have said 150 before. It's not. 18,483.03. All right. Jacob invested 9,000 euros for N years. The investment has a nominal interest rate of, and it's compounded quarterly. Quarterly compounding. K equals 4. Interest rate 3.2. After N years, the investment will be worth. Okay, so it's a similar question. He's trying to figure out which or how long it'll be before he's there. So he knows how much he started with, present value. The K is 4, so 3.2 divided by 400. We don't know the number of years, N years, but we do know again that it's going to be worth this much. So up here we have 4N. All right, so this is a little bit trickier to do without a calculator, or without the finance app. So let's see how we do this with the finance app. So on the finance app, I need to find out the number of compoundings here. I'm not going to put in anything there. You can put 0 if you want. Interest rate 3.2, it's a little bit lower. Present value negative 9,000. Future value same, and then this is 4 and 4. So when I find this up here, I'm going to solve for N. I get 171.5 on my calculator. But that's really 4N. So I need to make sure I divide that by 4. And that equals 42.875. And N was years. So the question is find the value of N. It doesn't say put it in years, or what I got to think about is quarterly. So every 3 months this thing is reinvested or refigured interest-wise. So it's 42 years. And if you want to convert this into months, you take the 0.875 times 12 and you get the number of months, 10.5 months. So that means that at 42.5 years, we didn't quite reach it. But 42.75 years, so in the third quarter of that, we would reach it. So that's 9 months. And then if you want to check and see if that works out, you can work backwards from there.
Oh, you are in here.